Hi everybody, welcome back. So today we are going to be playing with some sublimation and some sublimation sheets. Now I know we've done this before, but today is going to be a little bit different because we have these amazing cone-shaped mugs from Craft Buddies. So I actually really like the shape of these mugs. I think they're very ladylike. So I've always wanted to do them, but it is very difficult if you don't have the right tools. So I have a mug wrap from Craft Buddies. Now this is specifically for the cone shaped mugs. So you get one for the normal shaped mugs and you get one for the cone shaped mugs. Now I've done a video with the normal shaped ones and I absolutely love the results. So something to mention, these wraps are specifically for air fryers or for what's it, a 3D press. It won't work in the mug press, unfortunately, because obviously with this one being a cone shape, it's not advisable to put it into a Cricut mug press. The mug press actually has a sensor in it, so it can pick up when it has items that are a different shape, and that can cause a malfunction in your press. So that is just something to keep in mind. Sorry, I have glitter all over my desk. So I'm going to be doing one mug with printed sublimation. So this is for the sublimation printer ladies. And then I'm going to be doing one with infusible ink or a sublimation sheet. This is a pre-printed sublimation sheet. So if you saw my last video, you would have seen that we are doing a giveaway. If you haven't seen, please go and have a look. It's got all the details for the giveaway there. And this is a mixed pack of sublimation sheets that Craft Buddies has sent me. And I thought it would be really awesome to add this into our giveaway. So there are 4 sheets here, 4 different designs. You can actually get quite a lot out of this. So if you are interested in winning these, they are being added to our mini press giveaway. So you can win a mini press, you can win these 4 sublimation sheets, you can win 2 mixed packs of vinyl. So if you haven't entered, get your entries in. This will be running for the month of October while Craft Buddies has their big Cricut sale going on. If you have not checked them out, go and have a look at their website. Go and have a look at all their goodies that they have on sale. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. So I'm going to add this to our giveaway pack. Okay, so obviously the first thing that I had to do was find a sort of shape that I could design within to accommodate the cone-shaped mug. It was quite difficult for me to find one, but I have managed to find one, and I am going to figure out a way that I can share this with you. I will try doing it through, I think it's Google Docs, or there must be a way for me to do it where I can actually share it. You can download it, you can upload it into Design Space. Unfortunately, because it is an uploaded design, I can't share it, but I'm just going to give you some guidance on it. So I uploaded it, obviously, that gave me a cut image. And then I got to add in all my elements. I could actually use that cut image to slice. So if you have a look at specifically this one, I've actually sliced the top of it away because it was a bit too big and I didn't want too much overhang. I could have just left it, but I like to see what my end result is going to look like. So if you are printing from Design Space, what you will do is you will actually print to PDF. So you mirror your design, you print to PDF, and then you will upload that PDF into your Affinity Designer, which works with your sublimation printer or whichever application you're working with. When you upload it, because your picture is already mirrored, your Affinity Designer, if set up correctly, will want to mirror that image again. So you're going to flip this image while it's on your Affinity canvas, and then you're going to print it. So we're going to cut this with our Cricut. And then for this one, I've chosen a design that was on Design Space, something I've always wanted to do. It's super simple, but I'm really excited to do it because it is one that I have been interested in doing for a long time. So for this one, I'm going to be cutting that using cardstock for intricate cut on less pressure. And for this one, I'm going to be doing cardstock for intricate cut. I will give you a very quick rundown on Design Space of how I set up my design just to make it a bit easier for you. The design aspect of the mugs is very simple. So I have uploaded my template, and it is what I'm going to use every time I make the mugs. So you just need to upload it once, save it as a template, and then you can customize it. So if you're doing print and cut, what you're going to do is you're going to insert your items. You can actually use this template to slice your print and cut images. So you would obviously change it to the color that you want. If you wanted it to have just a plain background, you would change it to white. So if we click on upload, I'll show you some of the images that I have. So what you would do is you would duplicate your template. You would place your image where you want it. Slice that. So you select your template and your image and say slice. Once it is sliced, you can then delete all the pieces that you're not going to use. You would then place your image as you want it on your canvas. You would select all and then you would flatten that. What you're then going to do is you're going to add an offset of like 0.001. It has to be a very tiny offset. Okay, so my offset is being a bit iffy, so I've done quite a large one just to show you what I mean. So what you're going to do is you're going to change your offset from print and cut to basic cut, and you're then going to contour that. So now you can see that there's little bits that would have cut out. That is because we've flattened an image on top of that. So I have contoured it, and I've made sure that it's a solid image. I'm now going to change it back to print and cut, and then what you would do is you would flatten that again. So remember, you want your offset to be about 0.001. Mine's just being a bit iffy right now, which is why we've done a larger one. You will then make that, you will mirror it, you will print to PDF, import it into your Affinity. In Affinity, you will flip your image so that when the program automatically mirrors it, it's going to come out the right way for your machine to cut. So let's get rid of this. Right, so if you want to use the infusible ink or the sublimation sheets, you will look for your image. Again, you can slice if you want to. You can put as many things as you want to. There's only going to be a small difference between our print and cut and our plain cut image. So I think we're having internet problems with rain today. So let's bring this to the front. Okay, it is on the front. Let's change the color so we can see it. So what we would do here is we would place our image as we want it. And what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate our background 3 times. So that we're going to send to back. We're going to send the second one to the back. We're going to select all 3 of those. We're going to align center horizontally and center vertically. We're going to place our image. And then what you would do is you would attach all of this. So now it's all changed to one color. You can actually change it to white if you want to see what it's going to look like. Obviously, the color that you choose doesn't matter because it's going to cut out of whatever color sublimation sheet you use. So all you're going to do is attach all of those, and what's going to happen when you say make it, all of this is going to stay together. So the reason we duplicated our template is so that the machine can cut in that place 3 times, and essentially it will cut through the backing of the sublimation paper and you will have a cutout template that you can use. So that's super simple. I don't think there's much more I can tell you on that, but if you do have any questions, you're welcome to leave them in the comments and I will answer them for you. So you've seen how we've done our design. I'm going to get to cutting these. So again, cardstock for intricate cuts on less pressure. This could probably be copy paper. So I'm going to do this on the copy paper 120, I think it is. And this one I'm going to do on cardstock for intricate cut. Once we have those cut, we can actually get to making them. So we've got those cut. Now I'm just going to very quickly weed this. Now if you wanted to, you could save your negative bits if you feel like being adventurous. Now I don't want to save the negative bits. I just want to do one design. I'm not feeling very adventurous, if you will. And try and have some tweezers handy just in case you lose a couple pieces, then you can just place them back again. And there we have our awesome design ready to go. How cool is that? I think I want to do that one first just because I've waited so long to actually see it. So we're going to prepare our mug. This obviously has transfer tape already attached to it. You don't need it, but it does make application easier. So we want to obviously line this up correctly. Oopsie. So what I like to do is actually put it on backwards first, just so I can see what's going on, and I know more or less what my spacing needs to be. So we can start on this side if we must. Oops, that was not straight. So you can even put your mug upside down if that helps you. Okay, so for this one I'm going to need some paper, and the paper is really just to protect our mug wrap. That's all it's for, really. Okay. And now we're going to get our mug wrap. So what I actually like to do is and there we are. So you can see that it slightly hangs over the top and slightly hangs over the bottom, and that's hopefully going to give us the absolute best. Oh, I'm seeing a huge bubble here. See there? Huge, huge, huge bubble. Okay. Okay, hanging over, hanging over. We're now going to put this in the heat press. Sorry, in the air fryer for 9 minutes. So what I do suggest is having your Cricut heat resistant mat ready if you have one, so that you can actually place the mug onto it. Remember to also use a cloth or gloves or something when you're handling the press, the air fryer and your mug, because it does get very, very hot and you will burn yourself. Okay, so I have my air fryer set to 200 degrees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this laying on its side for 5 minutes. Once that's done, I'm going to let it go for another 4 minutes. Okay, that's been 5 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip the mug around. So it's now facing the other way, still lying down, and I'm going to let that go for another 4 minutes. Our mug has gone for 9 minutes in total, so I did 5 minutes on the first side and 4 minutes on the second side. As you can see, I've got it with a cloth. It is super hot. So you're going to want to let that cool down for 2 reasons. Number one, you don't want to burn yourself. These metal pieces on it are very, very hot. It is metal after all. And the other reason is that you don't want your design to bleed. Now that will happen if your mug is too hot and you unwrap it and the steam rises up. It's going to displace your ink. So you don't want to do that. You want to let that cool down. So while that's cooling down, we can prepare our second mug. So if you are looking at getting these wraps, I would suggest getting 2, just to make it a bit quicker for you, so you don't have to wait for one to cool down before you can wrap the next one. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but how cool are these little boxes that the mugs come in? So you can actually gift it in the box, you can decorate it if you want to. I absolutely love that. So for this one, we're going to use some of our heat tape, and the only reason I'm doing that is to keep the design in place. With the other mug wrap, what I do is I actually place the design into the wrap and then I apply it that way. But I want this one to be a little bit more, I don't know if the word's uniform. I don't think that is the word, but I kind of just want it to stay in place. I don't want to have any issues, so I'm just using a tiny bit of heat tape, and that's just to keep my design in place. It's not to stop the ghosting or anything like that. So that is entirely up to the wrap to do. So we've got our mug, and we're just gonna, there we are. Oopsie, we pulled that out. Make sure we haven't created any bubbles. We haven't, so I think we're good. So what's nice about this wrap is that if you do have anywhere that is not entirely flush, it is going to create pressure, which is going to hold that on there, which is what you want. Obviously with the first one we had a huge bubble. That's not going to help that. This is still super hot. You can of course use warm water to try and speed up the process. You just got to be mindful of the fact that you are working with metal. It may rust after a while. So we're going to let that cool down for another 5 minutes, and then we're going to unwrap it. Our mug has cooled down. I stuck it in front of the fan, so it's cooled down quite quickly and quite nicely. Now we're just going to unwrap it for the big reveal. I'm so excited. How amazing does that look? That looks amazing. I love it. I love it. I can't believe I waited so long to do this mug. Look how cool that looks. That is awesome. So this was one of the Craft Buddies sublimation sheets that I used. And it's actually like a galaxy theme, you can see. So now we can get rid of this. And we're going to do our sublimation one. So this is done with a sublimation printer. And again, we want to make sure that this overlaps, and it overlaps there. There we are. And we're going to do it for the same. We're going to do 5 minutes on one side and 4 minutes on the other, 200 degrees in the air fryer. So that is how you're going to want to have it lying down. Okay, so we've done this mug in the exact same way. We've done it 5 minutes on one side, 4 minutes on the other side. We've wrapped it. We are now, well, we let it cool down, and we are now unwrapping it to see the results. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ow, it's still a bit hot. That is super cool. I love it. So all in all, as expected, I am super impressed with this wrap as I am with the other one. Look at how perfect that came out. It's still hot. There's absolutely no ghosting whatsoever on either of them. Look at that. Perfect. So if you're using a air fryer or a 3D press, I would definitely recommend this. You do get it for the straight mug, and you get it for now the cone shaped mugs, and it makes making perfect mugs easy every time. So you can use it with sublimation, or you can use it with sublimation sheets or infusible ink. So the Cricut name for it is infusible inks. The general name for it is sublimation sheet. So it's basically a pre-printed sublimation sheet. So I would definitely recommend it. Just to recap, we are adding sublimation sheets to our giveaway. So if you haven't entered yet, please go and have a look at my last video. You'll get all the details there. It's super easy to enter, and I would hate for you to miss that opportunity. Sublimation can be used on a range of different products. You can use it on mugs, you can use it on t-shirts, obviously polyester, you can do key rings, you can do bookmarks. There's so much you can do with it, and it's such a fun medium. So please go and have a look, enter, and share the video if you would like to. I would love for you to. And I think I've touched on everything. Thank you so much for joining me once again, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you do go out and buy the mug wrap, let me know how it works for you. I'd love to see all the beautiful mugs that you make.